Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here, and as you guys can see up on the screen, today we need to talk about Affirm Holdings Incorporated. This is ticker symbol AFRM, and a lot of craziness is going on with this stock right now. This stock was supposed to be reporting their quarter 2 2022 earnings, from the past quarter today after hours, and everyone is kind of getting hyped up and excited for that. Are they going to beat EPS? Are they going to beat revenue? What's their last quarter look like? What's their guidance for the rest of the year going to be? This has been a really big, interesting, and volatile earnings season for all different kinds of companies. You've seen Apple kill it. You've seen PayPal get killed. You've seen Facebook get killed. You've seen, Google do pretty well. Netflix get killed. I mean, it really seems like we're all over the place. And right now, where the market's at, kind of teetering on a knife's edge, good earnings sends you skyrocketing and can make you a ton of money. Bad earnings crashes you down. I know tons of people are playing options and margin and have all these different, different theses about all these stocks and everything. So it's really crazy. But this stock just crashed down. For a minute, it was down almost 35% intraday. The trading day is not even over yet, and this thing's supposed to have earnings after hours. So why has it already crashed down 35% intraday? It's bounced back a little bit now, but maybe now it's trending down a little bit. The price is moving so fast. So in this video, we're going to talk about what the heck is going on and what we're making of it, I guess. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate that a ton. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Help us run those numbers up a little bit. That'd be absolutely awesome. And of course, as always, no financial advice is being given in this video. I'm not telling you to buy any stocks. I'm not telling you to sell any stocks. Nothing like that. Just going over the news that's in the market, giving some of my thoughts and opinions on it, and maybe talking about it from my own personal investing perspective, but nothing that anyone else, should, do anything about or anything like that. So just making sure we're squared away there. With that being said, let's get right into this one. And Affirm has been a really popular kind of retail stock. I know there's been a lot of people talking about it. I know on YouTube, I'm pretty sure Meet Kevin talks about it a lot, and obviously he has a massive fan base and audience. There's a lot of people excited about this. It's an interesting kind of fintech stock. Buy now, pay later. It's a really easy business model to understand. It also has some pretty cool stuff in the works with stuff like Amazon. It's an exciting company, but you can see here, the 52-week high is $176, and where we're sitting at right now is $60. And where we started the day was $75. We're now down almost 20% on the day. And again, this is before the earnings call. And it's been a crazy year for Affirm, obviously down 54% over the past year with a ton of volatility. Everyone has all different kinds of prices that they've been able to get in on Affirm at. But year to date, it's been a rough 2022 as well, already down 34%. But this is a lot of speculative stocks, a lot of, unprofitable companies, a lot of forward-looking kind of, really more risky stocks that are promising profitability in the future and all these growth models and perspectives and stuff. They've had a rough start to 2022, but really most stocks have had a rough start, but it's been even a little bit rougher. And it's also interesting because today the markets obviously have not been doing amazing. Dow Jones down 1.3, S&P down 1.7, NASDAQ down 1.9, Russell down 1.18. But Affirm is actually holding up pretty well. Affirm was green today. They were up almost 10%. It seemed like people were excited about their earnings. It seemed like things were going to be going well. It seems like this is going to be a very good day for Affirm, even though the markets overall were not doing that well. And then to see it crash down from 10% up to 25+% down was crazy. But here's what happened. We had this. It actually came from, I don't have the tweet pulled up, but it actually came from the Affirm official Twitter account, where they tweeted out their financial year quarter 2 2022 earnings report. And some people obviously took some screenshots, some people tweeted out on their own. I found this one on Twitter from Ro Patel. I don't know, it's not a guy that I've ever heard of before, but he did tweet out about this, and here's one of the screenshots, from like their earnings report, from their deck of all the things they posted. So there's some good things. There's some things to be excited about. Gross merchandise volume net of refunds, overall up they had $4.5 billion, up 115%. Active merchants, up 2,030% from 2021 to 2022, at 168,000 now. That's awesome. That's crazy. Active consumers up 150%. Total revenue up 77%. A ton of great things. That seems very exciting. It seems like something people should be really excited about. It seems like the stock should be exploding. It seems like everyone who bought calls before earnings just made themselves a ton of money. And down here, we have some more info, delivering hyper growth at scale, accelerated growth on both sides of Affirm's network, increased active consumers, and increased active merchants. So, both sides of the ecosystem, successfully expanded and drove higher frequency. Total transactions grew by 218%. I mean, these are massive, massive growth numbers. These are really crazy. And again, for a company that's very, very near 52-week lows to be putting out all of these growth numbers, that seems like it'd be a home run. That seems like it'd be massive. Now, obviously, it depends on what market expectations were and all this stuff. But again, we're near 52-week lows, so it seems like market expectations would be pretty damn low. They did deliver strong unit economics. Revenue less transaction costs outpaced revenue growth, increasing by 93% year over year. They had a strong holiday season. They doubled volume for Black Friday and Cyber Monday and processed an estimated 1.6% of total online transaction volume for the period. That's pretty impressive. They completed the initial rollout of Affirm's first integrated point of sale solution at Amazon in the US in November of 2021, which again, a ton of people see as a huge opportunity going forward, and strong credit performance as we purposely and strategically expand across to our products and more consumers. Obviously, that's always going to be, something this company needs to keep an eye on, is, how their credit's doing, stuff like that, making sure they're actually able to get money back from people and stuff, because if no one's paying back and they're having those kind of issues, then the whole kind of business model, goes under. But what is, again, all that good news, and still to see the stock crashing down, well, what's going on? One of the big things that stand out to me and to a lot of other people, and really the only thing that makes sense about what has people worried about this, is this first line of the tweet here. Affirm reports 2Q 2022 EPS of negative 57 cents. This is down 50% year over year, and estimates were that they were going to lose 34 cents per share. So yes, they did have revenues up. Revenue was up 77% year over year, and revenue beat estimates by 10%. That's a great estimate beat on revenue. That is amazing. But missing your estimated EPS and being down on EPS year over year for a company that is currently not profitable, especially in the market that we're in right now, where, again, people are not so fond of unprofitable companies and riskier companies and more speculative companies, especially a company like Affirm, which it's awesome that they're getting deals and stuff like with Amazon, but a company that I think a lot of people feel like doesn't have a super strong moat, a company that's not going to be able to fend off competition very well. I'm kind of surprised that Amazon didn't just kind of make their own buy now and pay later system, that, Apple isn't going to come up with their own types of things, that there's not going to be a bunch of other fintech companies that are able to get into this space very, very easily. Now, maybe Affirm does have a little bit of a head start, and maybe they're growing their brand recognition and brand value, and again, being part of Amazon's a huge, huge, huge thing, but does this company have the avenues to get towards profitability? That is the question for a lot of people. And seeing this just gross EPS number, I think is really a big reason of what is scaring off a lot of people. Now, obviously, once the official earnings report comes out, we'll see what the company has to say. We'll see if they explain it for themselves. I know some other people just don't love that they tweeted out their earnings report early. There's a lot of people that are like, hey, does management have a clue what the heck is going on here? We can't even tweet out our earnings report at the right time, like every once in a while earnings report gets leaked or something gets posted incorrectly or whatever, but like this was like pretty egregious and this was like pretty bad, and this has a lot of people just worried overall about what's going on. As far as, like whether I'm considering buying the dip or whatever, I have been somebody who over this earnings season has been buying the dip on a lot of companies, even that other people are kind of down on, because, hey, I want to get in that mindset of not buying high and selling low. I want to buy low and I want to sell high. I want to get great companies at a lot of these great prices. I've been buying the dip. I don't think I bought the dip on Meta yet, but I'm definitely keeping it on my watch list. I've bought the Netflix dip. I have bought the PayPal dip. I have a lot of those companies on my radar. But Affirm is not necessarily one of those for me right now. Now, I get they have amazing growth numbers. I get they have amazing prospects going in the future. Again, I think the Amazon deal is absolutely massive. But when you're looking at some of these things, coming in, this was based off of, February 4th. So it was a couple days ago, but still, price to sales of 16. I mean, yes, it's been coming down, and, they're getting closer and closer to maybe a somewhat reasonable valuation. Price to book of 6.8. I don't really think Affirm is a screaming buy or anything like that. And I really don't know when this company is going to be able to get to profitability. When you look at some of the analyst estimates, like for 2022, average estimate is that they're going to be losing $2.22 per share, and the high estimate is that they're going to be losing $1.67. Now into 2023, estimates are all over the place. You have 12 analysts, analyzing the stock for 2023, and average estimate is still losing $1.30 per share, with the low being losing $2.95. Now, you do have a bullish analyst. You have a guy who thinks, they can potentially get things from losing $1.67 to losing only 23 cents in 2023. And if that happens, that would be crazy. That would be awesome, because then you're looking at potentially getting into profitability in 2024. But if you drop, like a minus 2.95, especially with this earnings report coming in below what analysts were estimating, now that really puts a big asterisk and a question mark about their future, EPS and earnings and all this stuff. Isn't necessarily a company I'm super excited about right now. Again, I think it's going to be tough for them to fight off competition. I think they're going to struggle. And again, them bringing in this nasty EPS number is not super exciting. But again, on the bright side, the revenue numbers, revenue has definitely been consistently growing, and this most recent revenue number they put up, if everything is true, is going to be a very nice number, and that's obviously going to be looking very good. Shares outstanding increasing a little bit, never a great sign. Not necessarily something we love to see, especially with EPS EPS getting worse as shares outstanding increase. Not super awesome. But I do know, again, that there's a lot of people who are very excited about this stock. And hey, if you love this stock and you think it's a great long-term, growth story, and it's going to be massive, and it's going to be insane and affirms the future, then hey, potentially you're getting this stock for 22% off now. You're getting it for a way better deal than you thought you were going to previously. But yes, this is, at least in my opinion, why Affirm has crashed down so hard today. Again, I'm not necessarily buying the dip, but I know a lot of people who have been excited about this stock and maybe have bought it at 175 or 150 or 125 or 100 or 80 or 75 or whatever, might be enticed to buy into this thing today. But just know that the numbers are out there. You guys can actually take a look at them now. You don't have to wait till after hours, which is a little bit funny. But that is pretty much every video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about AFRM. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.